let me name the company which I can recall is Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, SCL, Cognizant, Infosys, and any company out there, any company whom you can name. Everywhere it is being used. It is being used in more than 140 countries, and it's not just been 1 year for selectors out there.
Hi Sanjay, I'm really excited to have you today on my channel. Thank you for coming. So, can you please introduce yourself on the channel to the audience so they know more about you?
Sure, Sandeep. And first of all, thank you so much for having me here. And I'm so excited to be here and interact with your audience. Hello, everyone. Very good evening, good morning, and namaste. This is Sanjay Kumar. I'm the creator and founder of CrowPath and Selectors Hub. I have started my journey as in software engineer, but before that, I did my graduation in chemical engineering. So yes, you must be thinking like first he did chemical engineering and then software engineer. So yes, that's a certain things happened there over there. Yes, so it was like a quite a roller coaster journey of my career. Like first, I was a mainframe developer. Then I started learning Selenium and Java. Then work as an asset. Then I became a creator. I invented CrowPath, and then now SelectorsHub. So right now, I'm last year I left my job and started working full time on SelectorsHub for community. And I decided like no, I cannot work as an employee for any company. So that's where I decided and dedicated myself full time for community. And it's been like almost 1 year that full time working as free and developing the free product for community. And SelectorsHub is the one of the best product out there in the community, and those like which is being used almost like every company and everywhere. So yeah, that's a brief
Perfect.
about me.
Yeah, that's so wonderful, and it is definitely a roller coaster coming from chemical and then being a developer and then going into automation testing. That's so exciting. Plus, and then afterwards, you founded yourself something out there for the community. That's so wonderful. So you have briefly mentioned about it. Okay, this is how you were doing all those things, but I'm still interested to know how the whole thing started in the beginning when you started the Crow Path or Selectors Hub. So how it all started? Like, so you were well settled in your job, and then you started working on these things, and then came up with so nice ideas. So would be really nice to know about it.
Yes, so I would love to talk about like selectors of how it all started and why I left my job. I was always having a passion to work full time for the people, and there should not be any restriction whenever you do any kind of invention or innovation for people, for community, for either it is a saving time or solving a very tedious task and the problems which has been never solved. And I never wanted to have any kind of restriction that you will have to make this product paid or something like that, or you don't do this innovation for free. So that's where I decided that let me quit the job, and then I will be having the full freedom, and it will be like my own idea, and I will serve people. And that's where I started Selectors Hub. And there were like couple of things from where I got the idea of Selectors Hub. There were in the past we were never having the any smart editor for XPath and selectors. People used to write it like imagine like writing the code in without IntelliJ, Eclipse, those smart editors. Can you imagine writing those code? But yes, people
Definitely.
were writing the code when IntelliJ and Eclipse were not there. Of course, they were also invented one day. So
Yeah.
similarly, like now Selector Sub has been invented and it's there. So we have the smart editor. But earlier there was no smart editor. We were writing like copying class value, writing in that dev tools a small area, and then that was also not giving the good right information. So all those sorts of things, and then there were like couple of things which were never solved. We will talk. I will tell more about that. So there were a lot of problems like which has never been solved in automation, in web elements, in XPath, Selectors related, and people were not able to even like they are not able to do even today. Those who are not aware about Selectors Hub, trust me. So
Okay.
that's the thing. Yeah.
Before we proceed further, can you tell us, like, as I heard that and also noticed that Selectors Hub is catching up so fast in the market. So many companies are using it. So, can you name like major places, major companies, top brands where the Selectors Hub currently being used as of today?
Yeah, actually, that's a really good question, and most of the people are really interested to know about this. Whenever I say that almost every company and it is being used in every country out there in the world. So yes, there is every single company wherever software testers are there or developers, web developers are there, and those who are writing automation, web automation, they are using it. Let me name the company which I can recall is Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, SCL, Cognizant, Infosys, and any company out there, any company whom you can name. Everywhere it is being used. It is being used in more than 140 countries, and it's not just been 1 year for selectors out there. So it is being used everywhere.
Oh, that's so awesome. So that means I'm sure this is so powerful. That's why these companies are so much inspired to use that tool and solve their day-to-day challenges in
Yes, from
testing
the
automation. Yeah.
top level MNCs to this startups, everywhere it is being used.
So why you started in the beginning? What was your motivation behind?
Yes, so the Selectors Hub, like the idea of Selectors Hub and the motivation was like couple of problems were not solved in the past. Like
Mhm.
we were not able to write and verify selectors for Shadow DOM. You might have heard everyone like we can do it through dev tools. We write our own XPath, own selectors, but the challenges were there. Like you can't write and you can't verify selectors for Shadow DOM, nested Shadow DOM easily. Those were like nightmare. If you write, I can bet you, like if you have to write a single test case and there are 4 or 5 elements which are inside Shadow DOM, it might take whole day for you to write one
Okay.
test case. And
Okay.
nested Shadow DOM, then gone case. Like you will say, no, I am not writing the test case for that. Likewise, nested iframe, invisible drop downs elements. So those were the nightmare for the people, and that's where SelectorsHub comes as a boon, which has like in single click the thing which you were doing in like 2 days, that you can do it just like in 5 minutes, 2 minutes. That is where it has that kind of problems it has solved. So and that's where I got the idea, like let me solve these problems. And introducing the smart editor, there was nothing till today. You will be surprised like how come these things were not there out there in the world, and how come people were like, okay, let me do it, I will do it in that way. There was nothing where you can verify your selectors and it will tell you that this is wrong selector or right selector or what is missing. So basically like error handling. Like today you have a smart editor, Eclipse, you have IntelliJ, you have, when you do something wrong in your code, they immediately highlight that semicolon is missing, this error is there, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you don't have that one, would you be able to, like, until unless you will not run the code, you will be able to figure it out? No.
Yeah. True.
So that was the thing, like those things were missing from our industry, and we were doing the job. So that those are like lots of, like, likewise, like we can keep on talking. So there were so many challenges, so many problems were there which were never solved. And that's where I keep getting the motivation and ideas, and yeah, keep adding things,
Yeah,
inventing.
yeah. That's so awesome because you talked about like just to write a test case, it takes 2 days, and now people are able to do it. Professionals are able to do it in just 5 minutes. That's definitely a
Yes.
big deal, I would say, and
Mhm.
companies definitely would fall for it. There is no doubt. So, is Selectors Hub free to use, or does anyone have to buy the license to use this tool?
Yeah, like again, this is a really good question, and everyone wants to know that. So SelectorsHub is absolutely free community product. There's no license or nothing is required. Anybody can download it and start using it right away. So there is no license, whether you are using it for business, whether you are using for learning purpose. Absolutely free. You can just go and add as a browser extension in your browser, and you can use it. It's available for all the browsers out there in the market,
That's
like
that's
Chrome,
wonderful.
Firefox, Edge, everywhere. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's definitely wonderful. You have already talked about the problems it solves. Maybe audience might be more interested to know what are the biggest challenges Selectors Hub is capable to solve in their day-to-day life.
Sure, definitely. So let me first tell the biggest challenges. Shadow DOM, nested Shadow DOM. These were like impossible to solve earlier. nested iframe. And the problems which I'm talking about, those are possible to solve only with SelectorsHub. Apart from, there are like n number of infinite feature in there in SelectorsHub. But let's talk about the biggest problem: shadow DOM, nested iframe, SVG elements, dynamic invisible drop downs which you cannot inspect. Like with bare hands you can't do it, like until unless you are not expert in JavaScript. And then getting the all the like writing xpath in those fashion that you can get the attribute values, text values. So likewise there are really amazing, incredible problems which it has solved. Another one is the compilation error. Like you can get the you can debug your xpath and selectors, just put the value, it will tell you whether it's a wrong, what is missing and not. And the huge time saver feature is the one which is a smart editor. Like you just start typing, it used to give auto suggest like in a smart editor in the drop down, so you can quickly, like in just 2-3 seconds, within 5 seconds, you can write your own xpath. And it really helped a lot in learning, and that is the reason that it became the number one tool out there. And every trainer out there recommend this tool and recommend this like innovation to their student, and they are teaching about it in their training courses as well.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So I'm sure there must be other tools available to do this in the market.
Yes.
So can you tell us why Selectors Hub is different from all those tools available in the market?
Yes, definitely. And actually, like one of the biggest tool which we all know and which by default comes with the browser is the dev tools. So the real challenge is with the dev tools, like, and then yes, there are like lots of expert tools as well there. But how it is different is that because the problems which just now we talked about, those are only possible to solve with selectors hub, like dynamic invisible elements that you can inspect and get the selectors. This is the only tool which gives the relative CSS selectors. This is the only tool which has the smart editor capability. This is the only tool which has the compilation error facility. This is the only tool which solve the shadow DOM problems. This is the only tool which solve the nested iframe problems, SVG problems. And likewise, it is the only tool which gives the like relative CSS selector, relative XPath, and all possible selectors just in single click. And the kind of XPath and CSS selector it gives, those are really robust. There is no comparison between the selectors which this tool gives with the other tools. Like you copy, if you copy the value of XPath or selector from any tool out there, and if you compare with this tool, there is like a huge difference. And this is the smallest in the size. Like this is less than 400 kb, or I would say like 500 kb. Meanwhile, like if it increase in future, so it's a smallest in the size out there, like other extension out there in the market. So this doesn't have any performance issue. It's the safest plugin. Every company has unblocked it. So lots of like there is no comparison, if I would say. If I talk about, like, today is I guess 28th June we are talking. On 26th June, just in single day, it has got more than 200 5-star rating. Other tools doesn't get this much downloads. It got that many 5-star ratings. So this is a 5-star rated product, and people are really loving it.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Maybe it's good to know. Maybe you can also mention the platform where this tool got this rating. Would be interesting to know.
Yes. So most of the rating you can see it in browser store like Chrome store, and in fact, like in whichever store whichever browser you are using, like Firefox, if you are using it on Firefox, you can see the rating there on Firefox as well. Like so, it's the highest rated 5-star rated plugin in all the browser store, whether it's Chrome, Safari, Edge browser, Opera browser, Firefox browser. In all the browser stores, it's the 5-star rated and highest rated tool.
One more interesting thing just came to my mind when you were speaking. You mentioned about Safari, right? So that means the tool is capable to work with any OS, whether it's Windows or whether it's iOS, right?
Yes. So it works on all the web platform. So it doesn't support the mobile native apps. Just wanted to mention that clearly. It works with the web application, whether it's a mobile or desktop. So it supports all the platform, all the technology. Sometimes this question comes: does it support the uh, Angular web application? Does it support the like Salesforce web application? So yes, it supports all the web platform, all the web application, no matter in which platform you're using, like on which OS you are using, no matter on which technology your application is developed, no matter like whether you are using Selenium, Cypress, Playwright, and WebDriver, IO, Protector, every technology it is supporting, everything it is supporting, everyone can use it, whoever is writing XPath or selectors.
So is it just that only automation test engineers can use this tool, or developers can also use this tool, or maybe other guys who are working other than development or testing can use this tool?
I'm so thankful to you that you asked this question, because generally, like when I used to talk, like it sounds like only testers are using it, or only testers can use it. So I'm so thankful that you asked it. So
Definitely.
actually, it is being used by everyone. All the
Okay.
web developers are using it, because web developers need the JS path. So it also gives the JS path, which is really helpful for the JavaScript developers and web developers, and those who are writing the web automation. Because nowadays, like most of the developers itself are writing the automation shoots as well, along with the like test, along with the development they used to write. So they are using it. It is being also used by the manual testers while doing the testing. It is also being used, highly being used by the web scrapers. So
Okay.
people, those who are doing the web scraping, it is being used like anything. And in some cases, I would say it is being used by web scraper more than the web testers, automation testers. So they use it for scraping, because the people, those who are doing the web scraping, they used to write XPath and selectors a lot. So they really use it a lot, and it has that capability. SelectorsHub has that capability that without writing the script, like let's say you have to find out all the links in a page, you can do it just in a go, like this. You can get all the links of a page from SelectorsHub. You have to just write like a small XPath double forward slash a at the rate href, like that, and you get all those things. So it is being used a lot by everyone.
So definitely in that case, that is definitely wonderful, I would say, if anyone can use it. So on your website, I also read about the Selectors Hub certification.
Yes.
So what is that certification, and who is the certifying authority? And maybe you also tell us a little bit about the certification.
Sure, sure. Really good. So this is really good certification program, and in fact, I would say, uh, I'm saying I always talk with the numbers. So without stats, I won't talk about, mention anything like that. Selectors Hub Certification Program is the number one certification program out there in the industry today. And recently, I did a survey, like ISTQB is there, like so many certification are there. ISTQB is the one of the like very known certification program out there in the industry. So Selectors Hub Certification is the on top with the like survey. Now what this certification is, this certification program has really good questions, and it's a basically a quiz, a very tricky quiz, which has around 30-40 questions. And the questions are from the automation, XPath, and selectors, and dev tools concepts, and myths, etc. So it has a really good quiz. People, those who will score 75%, they only will get this certification. This is absolutely free. The purpose of this certification program is the learning, and you can take any number of attempts. And those who are taking this one, there are so many people who have taken it. It's been just 2.5 months, and it became the number one certification program. More than 3,000 people, more than 1,000 company has taken this certification has been taken. And if you just hit on LinkedIn, you will get so many feedbacks from the people, and how much they are loving it about it. And the companies, from every company, like Amazon, Cognizant, SCL, every company, people has taken this certification, and this is really helping them a lot.
Oh, that's definitely
And
nice.
this is absolutely designed by me. So yeah.
So that means your system is definitely providing the certification. It's your or is there any other authority? Like how does it work?
So in that case, like Selectors Hub is a one-man army with a huge community support. So I'm working alone on this one. So anything which you are seeing is coming from directly from me. And yes, there is always community feedback, community support is there. So So there are a lot of improvement has been done in every day. I used to keep updating the selectors of certification programs as well. If you might take the today this certification, tomorrow if you will take, you might find few of the questions updated one and the better questions, so that which will help you in learning. So yeah, that's there.
That's definitely perfect. So now the question who is watching the video right now, how this certification can help to the person, whether the person is developer or whether this person is a tester or some other profile, how this certification can help to the person to like project himself or herself better in the market when searching for the job within India or outside India, maybe in Europe, in UK, or maybe any other country, right? So how this certification can help that person?
Yes, so the very first purpose of the certification, any certification program, if we talk about the common thing, is that the learning. So when you will take this certification program, trust me, like so many myths you will be able to learn. You might be thinking that this is the right way, this is the right thing, this is how it has to be, and after this certification, you will get to know, oh my God, whatever I was knowing that was wrong. It was all wrong. So that's how you will learn a lot, and then the certification. So whenever you will be having the certification, or like when you will add it in your like profile or LinkedIn profile, this this is definitely adding the weightage, and people are recognizing it. So many companies are recognizing it, and it's growing day by day. So yes, there will be a certain time that you will be getting a lot of benefits out there, because it has like global recognition. Everybody is knowing and everybody is using it. So yeah.
So
And
it's
once you will be like, let's say Microsoft team also has taken, like people from Microsoft, from Amazon has taken this certification, and tomorrow if you will appear there and they will see that you have done this certification and you got the certificate, so at least they will be knowing that yes, this person knows about these concepts. Now if they will ask you that this question, that whether DevTools gives the right count, or whether DevTools is the right platform or not, so they know that you must be aware about these facts. So
okay,
yeah.
perfect, perfect. So that means it is not just relevant in India; it's relevant in all those 140 countries wherever person is looking for the job, where Selectors
Absolutely.
Hub is being used.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Perfect. Okay.
And in fact, like if I would mention about this thing, like a lot of people from Germany, Europe, they all have taken, like every day I keep getting the looking at the sheet, that everyone like from Germany, so many people has taken. There are like a lot of companies from where they have taken, UK, Europe, US, everybody is taking it, and they are
Oh,
loving it.
that's definitely if it's catching up so fast. That's wonderful. So, what you have just mentioned until now, it sounds all interesting, all inspiring, and definitely it is so exciting. But the question would be how all these top companies, top brands, like you mentioned, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Accenture, Infosys, and other companies. So, do they allow any such extension to be installed within the browser and to be used by someone who is working?
uh, yes, yes, Sandeep, and great that you asked this question, because most of the people have this question in mind, like if I will be there in the company, will company allow this extension or not, and some company doesn't allow. So yes, every company out there has allowed this extension, and in fact, like I have prepared a video as well, like how you can get it unblocked if it is blocked in your company. This is the safest plugin out there in the market. If you just open SelectorsHub in the Chrome browser, right there you will get that it runs offline. It is mentioned there, and under
Okay.
privacy tab, you can see that it is clearly mentioned from the Google side, Chrome side, that this plugin doesn't save any of your user data. It runs only on your local. It doesn't sell anything to the third party. It doesn't fetch your data. The very first thing, it runs offline in your local environment, so it can't save anything. So yeah, this is absolutely safe plugin, and it is been unblocked. And I have prepared, just go to selectorshub.com website or SelectorsHub YouTube channel. Those who are watching, there is a video to how to get it unblocked, and what are the privacy policy, or the like what are the permission this plugin is using. Clearly I have shown each and everything, and it explained it very in detail. Every company like already unblocked, like Google, Microsoft, Apple, everywhere. The banking domains, there are so many companies, and from the startups to MNC, everywhere, like Eka Care is there, startups, so many companies are there, everywhere it is being used.
It's perfect. It's perfect. If that's the case, definitely, why would companies not use it if it is so powerful tool and it is safe to use, no internet connectivity required.
Yeah.
At least, I mean, this tool works offline, so that's so wonderful, I would say.
Yes, in fact, like in some cases, it increase the productivity like anything, because one can generate the automation code itself from this SelectorsHub, and trust me, it it 10 times faster you can write your automation script. There's a like feature with which you can generate the selectors for all the elements, web elements in single shot along with the code. So that's where it's so powerful. It saves a lot of time.
Another thing just came to my mind. Maybe I think that should be the case. Definitely. Just still asking you. So, as you said that it is saving lot of time, like saving in terms of manual work in creating those X paths or maybe JS paths, right? So I'm sure this is helpful for those guys who are not into advanced stage of writing the X path. So it is easier for them to use this tool, deliver, they are still more productive, and then they work on the complex thing in a very smart way, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh,
It
perfect,
is
perfect.
really helping them a lot. Like for the beginner, it's really helping in learning as well as time saving. And those who are like already expert, for them it's like boon. They can
Perfect,
just like
perfect.
do it
Yeah,
automation script like this.
yeah. That's wonderful. That's nice. So, guys, if you really like the discussion, I'm sure you would be interested to check out the link, check out the extension. So, link is provided in the description below. You can visit the website and see what is out there in the tool which is not covered, or maybe you are interested into the technical part, and so visit the website and see there what it offers. And yeah, you can also if you have more questions, you can always reach out to Sanjay. I'll leave his LinkedIn profile link in the description, so you can write a message to him directly if you want to ask anything. So Sanjay, that's so awesome, so nice. You shared so much about this so wonderful tool. I'm sure it's going to help all of the guys who are watching the video, who are into software development or who are into automation testing or manual testing, who need to use who need to write XPaths or JS path or maybe scrapping. So I'm sure it's a lifesaver for them. So thanks for doing this, thanks for coming on the channel, and yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm really grateful, and my heartful gratitude to you and the audience, all the audience who are watching. Definitely, this is going to help a lot. And if you have any query, definitely reach out to me. And for more awesome videos, and maybe like for further upcoming collaboration, maybe you will see a lot more things from us. So subscribe to the channel and stay tuned, guys. We will come up soon together, and we'll learn more from each other.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Sandeep.
definitely. And one more thing, definitely, guys, I'll leave the Selectors Hub YouTube channel link in the description, so you can visit and check it out there, and then stay tuned to more such videos on his channel. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.